Hey, what's up? A lot of you guys have been requesting a review of That Vegan Teacher. Here we go.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
Oh, hello, vegan. So apparently you think that my methods leave something to be desired, and you would prefer that I do my activism.
It's funny that it says friends, not food. Friendships should be mutual. Even she would agree, I think. And of course, a pig is not going to be your friend. If they had a chance, they would eat you.
In a different way, right? So let me ask you this. Who the fuck are you? What do you look like? What exactly do you stand for? Why do I not know your face and who you are? You know why? Because your methods leave something to be desired. You're not out there enough. You're not bold enough. You're not unique enough. You're not different enough. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're doing. So get out there and be more vigilant for the animals. Make sure that I know who you are. I know what your face looks like, and
She's basically promoting terrorism.
I know what you stand for. That's your homework.
Veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, put in your shopping cart. Peace begins on your plate, so be vegan and open up
This is really mental.
your heart.
Okay, so supposedly this guy's a chef. Let's see what he's cooking. Flesh in a pan? No. Animals are not our slaves. We don't enslave animals. We
That's what we've been doing throughout human history. Of course,
don't use them as objects. Real chefs cook vegetables.
it's not an object, it's food, which is our natural diet. Not in the cooked way, but of course you should eat raw meat.
Not sentient beings. Every chef's responsibility is to be as vegan as possible and to start right away. Do it.
What kind of an argument is that? Where do you get this idea that chefs should be vegan and cook vegetables? It's just empty words.
Run, run, run from humans. They're trying to stab you. They're trying to
Oh
murder
my god.
you, to call you bacon and burn you in a frying pan.
Wow. Wow.
Have you tried their cat burgers yet? Apparently they cut off all four paws and put them in a bun, and there's something special about the sauce. I don't know. I'm not gonna try it. But hell, you eat pig's ass, so...
They actually do eat cats in other countries. It's simply a cultural thing that we don't in Europe, Canada, US.
La 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 la. Oh my god, it's vegan lasagna. La la la.
It's funny that it says happy, healthy, and alive, as if you have to point out that you're still alive as a vegan. What does it mean?
La 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 la. Oh my god, it's vegan lasagna.
It's an imitation of lasagna, which should have dairy in it. And that's, of course, what you crave as a vegan when you eat it. And this woman looks insanely malnourished, incredibly underweight. She's the definition of what veganism does to you health-wise.
This implies that the following Thanksgiving, whenever that is going to be a time where you are going to pay money to somebody to slit the throat of an animal who didn't want to die. And by the way, do you know what they do to turkeys? Turkeys are bred so big that they can't even have sex normally. They need the males to be...
I really doubt that you can have sex normally. Really.
Now, how would you feel if somebody told you that they were not racist except for one day of the year? Would you be like, that's fine, as long as most of the time you're not racist? Or would you say, fuck that, you're either racist or you're not?
It's not a coincidence that women this incredibly ugly become vegan, feminists, and all of that stuff, simply because there's nothing else that they can do in life, seeing as nobody wants them. They usually don't even have any friends, let alone a boyfriend or a husband. This is their life. They are incredibly miserable and they want to spread it to everybody.
How would you feel if someone decided that they wanted to hurt you one day of the year, but all the rest of the time, they'll be nice to you?
Okay, it's one thing if you're eating your natural diet, which you should be eating every day, not once a year, and it's another thing if you're hurting a human. Just
How fucked
zero
up is
logic.
Would you be okay with a spouse who beats his wife? Only one day of the year, though. But hey,
How is that comparable to eating a turkey? Oh, Jesus.
you know, it's tradition to do it every Thanksgiving or whatever the heck it is. Insanity.
Yeah.
Why are you even asking me that question? You know the answer. You know it intellectually, and you also know it in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Stop hurting animals. Become vegan. Right now.
You're incredibly aggressive for somebody who supposedly has a heart. Psycho.
Check the label, check the label, check the label. If it's vegan, it's okay.
It's okay to eat absolute junk food which will kill you. As long as it's vegan, check the label, check the
Check the
label.
label, check the label. If it's vegan, the animals will say, hooray!
Okay, so let me get this straight. You decided to lie to your 6-year-old sister and tell her that what? Heaven exists? That after she dies, she's gonna, what, grow some wings and fly around among the clouds? What else are you lying to her about? At the
Okay, I like her being real as far as that goes.
same time as you're doing all this, are you also shoving dead bodies down her throat? Putting corpses on her plate? Why don't you give her a delicious peanut butter and banana sandwich?
That would be a very bad idea. A sandwich means bread. Bread will destroy her digestive system. As a child, it will start gluing up her intestines, which means that she won't be able to absorb nutrients later in life, which will cause all of the modern diseases as we see it nowadays. Peanuts have a lot of anti-nutrients, aflatoxins, incredibly bad for anybody, especially a child. And bananas, maybe the least harmful ones, but a child especially should be eating very nutritious foods. She doesn't need some empty carbs for energy.
Wait,
You're opening
what?
your heart, you're opening your mind, you're wonderfully on your way.
Are you talking to me?
You're happy vegan
You agree with me?
Hooray!
That's amazing!
That's all that it's about. Her ego.
And speciesism, and speciesism, and speciesism. Be kind to the animals. And vegan phobia, and vegan phobia, and
Vegan phobia? That's something new.
So you think that if you have cancer, that you should keep eating the dead animals that caused that cancer to begin with? Are you aware
Proof?
that processed meat is considered a class 1 carcinogen?
Okay, for one thing, you can't compare processed meat to meat in general. You can't even compare raw meat to cooked meat because cooked meat already has carcinogens. Very few, and processed meat, if you compare it to a lot of other junk, also has very little, but it does, of course, because for one thing, processed meat isn't even fully meat anyway, obviously, I hope. I don't have to explain that there's so much stuff added to it. It's just a mix of a lot of garbage. It may be mostly meat, but there's even grains and whatnot mixed in sometimes.
Yeah. Why would you want to put dead bodies into you in order to get healthy? And diabetes? What you're saying doesn't make any sense. People with diabetes actually get better if they go on a plant-based diet. Yeah. Go and
Oh.
educate yourself a little bit. You'll find out the truth.
Aha.
That you can be vegan. It is best for the animals. We all know that. And it's also pretty good for you.
Pretty good.
In the grocery store, you can decide not to buy murder anymore. In the grocery store, you can sing the song, and you can decide to be vegan.
Her mouth is probably watering looking at that.
I really don't understand your point. Are you saying that I'm a miracle? I've been vegan since June 27th, 2016. Are you saying that God,
I actually thought she's been vegan longer because she looks incredibly sick.
Jesus, the universe made me a special miracle? Me and the millions of other vegans out there? Everyone was born vegan, including you. How do you think you survived when you were first born? Your mother's milk was meant for you. It was vegan. Cow's milk never was.
What? 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 Oh my god, how stupid is this woman? Your mother's milk is of course animal milk. There's almost no difference between any other animal's milk. It's an animal food. A baby is of course not vegan. That's the stupidest thing you could ever say.
Go vegan. Stop making excuses. It is so easy. And for help, just go to howdoigovegan.com.
The word vegan means kind to animals. So here's what you just said. Even though you're not kind to animals, you still like vegan pizza. What?
Makes sense to me.
Broccoli, green peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes, artichokes, vegan meat, vegan cheese. Ta-da! It's vegan pizza.
Yeah, and all that you're showing is that you want animal foods because you're eating a food, pizza, which is already trying to replicate meat. That's where it comes from. And a vegan pizza is just another joke trying to replicate the replication.
Even non-vegan dog food has vegan food in it. Check the ingredients. Look at what's in the fillers.
Yeah, of course, because it's cheap, and this is exactly why all of the dogs nowadays that eat this garbage are absolutely sick. A dog should be eating basically only raw meat.
My dog Bella eats 100% vegan dog food minus the dead bodies. Seems kind of normal to me.
It's incredibly abnormal, unnatural, and unhealthy.
Vegan dogs are healthy, vegan dogs are happy, vegan dogs can cry. Vegan dogs are healthy,
It's so funny because she's promoting animal abuse.
vegan dogs are happy, so why paper murder? Keep all the animals alive. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and cow.
Okay, that was it. I actually made this woman famous, more or less. Infamous, maybe, more so. Back when I made a video about her, she only had 200 subscribers, and her channel was also not called That Vegan Teacher. And my video got quite a lot of views, and then I put her in Epitome also. And a lot of other people started watching her. I didn't follow her since then because a lot of other people made good videos on her. I see that not much has changed ever since I made that first video about her. She may be able to get some kids into veganism because they're more gullible, but nobody with a sane mind is actually gonna listen to her. Plants don't have over 50 nutrients. She may be ignorant about that, but even if she does understand it, she would still go into denial if you would tell her, simply because that's how the mental illness works. You just don't listen to anybody. There's nothing anybody is going to be able to do here. Eventually, she's going to get too sick to continue, I suppose, and she will still claim that veganism is healthy for the animals and us, and that's how it will probably end. Thanks for watching.